All right, new episode of the Danny Beal Show coming at you. We got Colby Wallace, Ethan Norby, Walker Barron, three guys that you've seen a lot of in purple gold over the last few years, but just some leaders on the team that I wanted to get you guys in front of just to see what they're looking forward to this fall, recap some of last year and some of their obviously struggles, but some of their great moments at the end of the year as well. Each of their individual success. Again, talk about some of the interesting stories about last year and some other stuff. And then obviously leading into this year with, some great new players that we've heard a lot about, but they tell you more about them too. So we're looking forward to the fall ball season for sure and obviously into the spring. But hope you guys enjoy this one and let's go. All right, welcome back. New episode of the Danny Beal Show coming to a close of this season, but thought we'd give you a little baseball preview with some of the guys on the team this year. We got Walker Barron.
How you doing?
Colby Wallace.
Hello.
And Ethan Norby.
Hello.
Thank you guys for coming out and hanging out. But how are you guys doing? Thanks for spending some time with us.
I'm doing good.
Colby, you doing
I'm
good?
doing good.
Good. I'm
Yeah.
glad. Walker, doing
Perfect.
good?
Nothing going on.
How's I know you guys are in like the early stages of fall ball and stuff, and it's indie, and you're not really doing anything as a team. But how's it been so far?
It's been good. We've been getting some individual work and getting it done in the infield, so feels good.
Pitchers throwing
Let's
bullpens.
say pitchers and catchers.
Yeah, pitchers, catchers working together, throwing bullpens, just figuring out the new guys and how they act and how they work.
Yeah. Pitchers are implementing a lot of new stuff. I'm excited about it.
And Chris is in town this
Yep.
week.
Chris is in town.
Sure is.
Everybody that doesn't know Chris, everybody just calls him the Mission Week guy. It's the guy that comes in for leadership training. Chris Howe, he's awesome. But I know he's only been here for a day,
Yeah,
right?
so
But how was
today's first day.
how was today and doing stuff with him?
I think it was really good. Airing out a lot of the issues that we had, and hopefully we can grow from that.
Okay. Anything you guys got?
It was
Same thing.
just a big introduction.
Yeah.
We had some small group talk after, just trying to figure out, what went wrong, how we can fix it, and then what we're going to do this year, kind of just basically so we don't have that happen again.
Yeah, I feel like especially coming off last year too, with so many, again, a lot of new guys. How has it been first starting out into this, I guess, season for you've been at school for like not even a month yet, but how has it been getting to know everybody and learning everybody's name and like hanging out off the field and stuff? How has that been early on with the new group?
I think it's been really good. I think a lot of guys are very outgoing, which is a good thing. And we were all joking already, like, we already have inside jokes, and like that's kind of the thing that, we thrive on as ECU baseball players.
Yeah,
so.
sure do.
Yeah, and I feel like, something I've been saying is it feels like we've been together for a couple months now.
Yeah. That's
Not,
huge.
a month, I guess you could say.
Mhm.
And really just having guys who want to learn.
Yeah.
You got guys who are showing up every day and, like, they want to learn.
Eager.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're ready to go and not just, going through the days.
Yeah, I think it's important. I know, and Norby knows how it is from the pitcher side of like how we're literally in the lab just BSing every day. But position player wise, like you guys, especially in indie stuff, you're teaching a lot of stuff, like literally relearning how to field a ground ball, like from the basics up. How has it been seeing the new guys develop? And I know it's only been a short time, but from your perspective early on, like, are they talented? Or they need some work? Is the fall going to be good? Fall going to be bad? What do you guys think on that?
Yeah, we all need some work, but we got all the new guys from last year. They have a year under their belt, and they kind of know how everything goes and how it's supposed to look. So they're helping out with Coach P, and they look really good. So
Good. Same thing with you with the catchers?
Catchers are dialed right now. we got Franny as our catching coach, and
Do you really? That's
yeah,
awesome.
So
That's
Franny's the guy,
spectacular.
and Blade's great kid. Mike, same thing, and they come every day. I mean, I don't think we haven't had a day where we're not, grinding.
Good.
And we're a good close group. So
Good, as it should be, especially early in the fall too, when it's hot and nobody really necessarily wants to be out there for as long as you guys are. But it's college baseball. But for the sake of time and the fact that you guys have been so gracious, Norby, everybody knows your story, so we don't need to hear you growing up again. But Walker and Seawall, kind of tell us a little bit about you guys getting to East Carolina. You don't have to go super in depth, but especially like the high school and recruiting aspect, because I think people are seriously interested in everybody's story with, was it Coach Palumbo? Was it Coach Godwin? Was it, more position coach-wise? Like, how did you guys end up getting here and in the recruiting aspect of things?
Yeah, so I started talking with him, and I committed pretty early. So I had a high school coach that, went to ECU, loved ECU, and I had Seth Cadell that went to ECU. So, I already had been watching ECU baseball, and I knew I wanted to go there. And once I started talking to him, I loved it. So
Nice. Walker?
yeah, I was, I guess, you could say a late bloomer. Not a lot of looks early in high school, and travel ball or whatever. And I was lucky enough to go to an event in Georgia. And AK was there and took a chance on the little
No way.
5'8" kid.
I didn't know it was Lieutenant Knight. That's sick.
Yeah, AK saw me, and then Coach P took it from there. And when I went down to IMG, I was lucky enough to go there, and Coach P did all the communications, and we talked together. And they were kind of like my first big offer, and I took it immediately after talking with Coach G.
That was going to be my next question. Was there ever a thought of like another school, Colby, or no?
no, they were my only offer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, there you go. That's all it took then. I know it's because we've had conversations, especially with like you in the past too, with Connor obviously being here. And I feel it's cool, at least from Colby and Ethan's perspective, that you guys knew people before you got here or that had connections, and I was the same way with Sailor too. But I feel like it was interesting. Had you ever heard of like East Carolina or anything about East Carolina being from Georgia and going to school in Florida?
Yeah, not really, to be honest. Didn't know a lot about it. Always knew who they were. Didn't know anything about the program. Growing up, I was a, SEC kid. Always in the South, and watching SEC baseball and stuff. And then talking with Coach Godwin, on Zooms and stuff, I was like, yeah, there's no better place I'd want to go.
Zooms.
Yeah.
I love it. Jeez Louise. Well, having a full year under your belt now of actually playing rather than freshman year, it was kind of just like spots and like pinch hits and stuff. I mean, you had big moments as a freshman, don't get me wrong, but you weren't playing every day like J.W. Ryan was. But having a full year under your belt and being able to learn under those two guys, one of them's in affiliate ball, one of them is still a Pirate legend, but what has it been like in a year that obviously didn't go to plan throughout the entire way through, but having played, you caught every game. So what was that experience like, being the dog of, hey, it doesn't really matter how hot it is, how cold it is, who we're playing, when we're playing, you're probably going to be behind the plate.
Yeah, I learned a lot from J-Dub and Ryan, and, I didn't really know how I was going to implement it. They always taught me stuff, and I was like, it's good information, but I never knew how to put it into place.
I'm also 18, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. And then, last year I kind of, put my feelings aside and, put everything away. And it was just like, what can I do to just be on the field every day and do what I need to do for the pitchers? And, the mindset of just like, I don't care that I'm hot. I don't care. This is a doubleheader. We're in Clearwater. It's 100 degrees.
Good.
It's good. It's whatever I can do, whatever I can do for them. And, having Mike there and John, being with those guys. And
I feel like John especially too, for a guy that's literally been around for forever.
Oh yeah. And John didn't catch much, but as a fifth year, was he a fifth year?
I think he was a 6 year.
6 years.
Yeah, he was literally unk.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, as a 6 year guy, he's been around the game a long time. So we had a lot of long talks, just talking about like mentally, like how do you stay in it? You're going on 52 games or however many.
Yeah.
So it kind of was just a mindset of, I don't care how I feel.
Yeah.
I just got to show up and do my job.
Yeah, I mean, you played, especially down the stretch, too. I feel like everybody was kind of clicking on the same page, and I feel like that was the same kind of thing for you, Norby, because the year in its entirety was not like great, but the moments in between of like the start and the finish were really, really good. Like obviously the whatever you had like a billion strikeouts against Coastal here, but even towards the end too, where you were pitching when it mattered and you were really, really throwing well out of the bullpen, starting all these kind of roles. What was managing that like in a year where when you were a freshman it was I'll just throw whenever, I don't really care. I just want to pitch. Going into a year where you're starting. And then you're in a bullpen.
It didn't start out that way.
I know. It's supposed to be bullpen.
Well, it's supposed to be bullpen, yeah. And then Ryan and Brett go down, and then I get a week heads up. Hey, you're starting on Friday night. Welcome to it. Yeah. Obviously, it was interesting. I don't think I took care of my body as well as I should have, which is kind of a big regret of mine. Just because I knew that, relieving is much different than starting.
You're talking about like the week routine kind of thing?
Yeah, just like being consistent. I mean, for most of the year, I didn't throw a midweek bullpen.
Probably because you probably didn't know any better, though.
Yeah, too. I didn't know how to.
And you trained to be a bullpen guy and a starter.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And so this year, we're taking a different approach into that. And probably why I look at like 3 bad starts in a row, Charlotte, FAU, and UAB, where it's like I hit that lull, and it's like, what is going on? Mm-hmm. And then, I get put back in the bullpen, and it's like, oh, that's a wake-up call. Yeah. Like, and fortunately, that's what it took. But hopefully we, learn from our mistakes.
Don't have to have the conversation.
Don't have to have some tough conversations with the coaches, and don't need to kick myself in the butt over that.
What were those conversations like during that dry period of, wow, I'm actually pitching awful right now? Like, because I know you're hard on yourself and stuff, but what were the dialogue like between you, AK, and Coach G? Like, was it like, dude, you need to figure it out, or were they trying to like help you along and be like, you're gonna figure it out? Like, what were those conversations like when they moved you back?
It was more of a kick in the. I mean, they really didn't talk to me that much about it, just because I knew. I mean, I think they knew exactly what they were doing. Like, they knew it would flip a switch.
They've seen it before, that's why.
Yeah, they knew how to, like, they know what makes me tick, and he knew that putting me back in the bullpen for however long it needed to be would light a fire under my butt.
You think that's what it was down the stretch? It was just the 100%. Bullpen and just feeling like yourself again, and it was just, let's let it eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Sorry we made you last, but moving into – because you had a good freshman year, too. You had the same kind of thing as Walker where you were put in spots and played sparingly. But I feel like, honestly, on the same level as Norby in terms of expectations going into last year, because I think Coach G literally talked about you every single day about how great you are as a freshman. Like, he doesn't, he's not like the big personality, but he really, really works hard. He's got a lot of talent. And going into last year, the same kind of thing where it was great moments, but it was a rocky road as a roller coaster as any normal season is. But what was it like? Like, did you even acknowledge the expectations from the coaching staff or your teammates or yourself? Was it something that you even like realized, or if you did, how did you handle that throughout 60 games?
Yeah, I was just trying to go out there and play. I wasn't really paying attention to expectations, but obviously when I wasn't doing good, I knew I wasn't doing good, and it was, go and hit. Why is it not working? But it was. I just had to be patient, and I don't think it was necessarily doing anything wrong. I just wasn't seeing the ball very well.
Which is the way that's why I said it. I don't want it to seem like, because that's the way a season goes. Like, you're going to be hot, you're going to be cold sometimes. But was there anybody that you were thrust pretty much into a leadership role because of how old the team was when you guys were freshmen, but was there anybody that you leaned on to kind of get yourself out of that, or did you kind of try to just do it all on your own and just pull yourself out of it yourself?
Yeah, no, Coach G talked to me a lot. he helped me a lot because, trying to make sure I was still in a good headspace and, like telling me I'm the third baseman, I'm
for sure.
I'm going to be out there and, just keep trying to do what you know how to do, what you've done your whole life. So, having those conversations with him and him being there was big.
Yeah, I think it was always important. He does such a good job of reassurance. Like, he never lets – there's two sides of it. Like, he always knows when to, like, give you a kick, but he also knows when to say, like, hey, like, you're not – like, you're still really, really good. Mm-hmm. Like, don't make it seem like – I don't want it to make it seem like I think you suck, because you don't. But I think going into last year, when you have whatever it was, like 18, 20 guys leave, whether it's drafted, graduated, transfer, whatever it is, what were kind of the vibes like for you guys as being, like I said kind of earlier, like you being thrusted into a leadership role? Like, was it daunting? Was it kind of like, oh, like this is like our team now, especially with so many new guys too? What was around this time last year, essentially? What was that like?
It was, I don't like to talk very much, so I try to just show it on the field,
Mhm.
like working hard and
Mm-hmm.
getting after it every day. Because if an older guy's not getting after it every day, why the freshman's gonna think, why should I have to?
Right.
So just trying to set an example of how it should look like and what we're trying to work towards.
You guys got anything?
Yeah, I mean, I think you kind of have that realization and just be like, hey, like, this is it. Like, these are the guys we got. These are the leaders we have.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, I don't have a ton of experience.
We
from
can
my
pout
freshman-
about it, but we still
Yeah,
gotta go out
like
there
I
and
could
play.
sit here and be
100%.
like, I didn't play my freshman year, man. Like
This
I
is
have
unfair.
nothing. Yeah, I have nothing to go off of. I have no stats to be like, oh, I'm the man. Like whatever. Like I had an opportunity to be the catcher, and it was a leadership role, and I have to, be there for you guys. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like I got to be a leader and show the other guys, what should be done, and then you guys are leaders. The pitchers all are leaders, and kind of having that connection.
Yeah. I would definitely say it was a big realization, like when those first couple weeks were going by and we didn't have a Danny Beal to lean on or a Carter Cunningham or all those great guys we had in our freshman year, and that we had to be those guys. And it was like, I feel like for all of us, we felt like we were still trying to prove ourselves because we hadn't played as much as we wanted to. And so it was kind of just figuring out how we're supposed to be leaders while also still trying to prove ourselves.
That's a good point because people don't really necessarily think. They just think, oh, like they know the Walker Barron, Colby Wallace, and Ethan Norby now. But last year going into it, it's like, yeah, you guys played some. Like Ethan threw big down the stretch, but other than that, like, yeah, we've heard how great these guys are. Let's see them do it. And having to have that kind of expectation on yourself of like, all right, like I'm the guy now. Like I have to go out and do this. On top of even guys that are way like John was 4 years older than you, probably even more than that.
Yeah, I think he was 4
But
years older than me.
Having guys that have been in college baseball or freshmen or transfers look to you guys, be like, all right, how do we walk to the weight room?
Yeah.
How do we?
And you're like,
How do we go about a game day? Like, hey, how do we when we're in the indoor doing like our stretching and stuff? Like, what's the right? What can I and what can't I do? What jokes can I make and can't I make? Like, when's the good time to joke around and when's it like? All that stuff that you guys only had 1 year of, and it's everybody's looking up to you, being like, "How do we do this?" And it was just, I feel like it was a very crazy position for you guys to be put in, especially with so many new guys.
yeah, it was difficult. And then we had to put extra pressure on like Dixon and
Yeah.
Jake and Riley because they had been there longer.
Three
And,
guys.
Yeah, just three guys.
Yeah,
And
they're trying to play and
Yeah.
play to the best of their abilities, but then they're
trying to lead.
getting
Yeah, you
asked
think that's-
questions
those are-
and-
And it's three guys that the style of leadership we needed last year was more of, a kick in the butt. And all three of those guys are not those guys. They're guys that are going to come up
Very
and have
lead by
a
example. Yes.
have a conversation with you rather than kick you in the butt. And, I think it weighed on them a lot,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I think if you guys had just one of the vocal-ish leaders from when you guys were
Yeah.
freshmen, it would have been a lot differently. It would have went a lot differently initially, just because, like you said, like Dixon's in his draft year, and whether he says he's not worried about it or trying to get it, he is. Jake's coming off TJ on a year where he really, really needs to prove himself, and it's Riley's last year with no shoulders.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like you put all that pressure on three guys. It's like, well, we still got to play too and take care of all you guys. Like it's just, I don't know. It's just a lot, and I felt like it was just pressure on them, but more pressure on you guys too, because you can't put 40 guys on three dudes,
Yeah.
especially who've been there for forever. Today's episode is brought to you by Curtis Construction. Proudly celebrating 65 years of excellence, Curtis Construction has been going since 1960 and has been dedicated to servicing commercial roofs with quality, integrity, and unbeatable service. From replacements and restorations to repairs, inspections, and emergency services, they've got you covered. Whether you need a trusted roofing partner or want to learn more about the trade, you can visit Curtis Construction at curtiscc.com or give them a call at 252-523-1078. That's 252-523-1078. Shout out to Kelly Casey and her team for supporting the show. They're huge supporters of ECU baseball, and a lot of the players as well. And I appreciate you guys, and thank you for sponsoring the show. This episode is brought to you by Crush Vodka, the official vodka of the ECU Pirates. Crush Vodka is made right here in downtown Greenville. It is 7 times distilled, twice filtered over coconut shell carbon. Crush Vodka is also gluten-free and sugar-free. You can find bottles of regular vodka, orange, vanilla, cherry, grapefruit in ABC stores throughout Pitt County, and it's coming to all ABC stores in the state very, very soon. 100% of the profits from their regular Crush Vodka is donated to Team Boneyard to support ECU Athletics as well. Shout out to Brett Oliverio for his support of the show. Crush and Sup Dogs has been great for the community, and of course ECU Athletics, and we appreciate your guys' support of the show. Thank you guys. This episode is also brought to you by Caroline Cook Homes. Caroline is committed to helping you find your dream home, selling your property for the best possible price, and providing top-notch real estate services in Morehead City, Atlantic Beach, Greenville, and Winterville. She is dedicated to providing personalized attention and expert guidance to meet all of your real estate needs. Whether you are a first-time homebuyer or an experienced investor, Caroline is here to help you navigate the complex and ever-changing real estate market. She prides herself on local knowledge, professionalism, and commitment to exceeding your expectations. Explore her website at CarolineCookHomes.com. That's CarolineCookHomes.com to learn more about the services Caroline provides and the properties that she has to offer. Contact her today to start your real estate journey at CarolineCookHomes.com. Again, that's CarolineCookHomes.com. You can also reach her at ccookrealtor@yahoo.com or at 252-341-1992. That's ccookrealtor@yahoo.com or at 252-341-1992. Thanks, Caroline, for supporting the show. When you guys started, and it was a little slow-ish, and people started to get loud of what's going on, how did you acknowledge it? Did you hear it from your girlfriends? Did you hear it from your parents? Like, what's going on? The only thing we knew was 40-win seasons and regionals hosted. Like, was there a specific, like, game or conversation or moment that kind of shifted it? Because I remember, for people that remember, Jake and Riley came on last fall. I guess it was more towards the end of the fall. And they said that you guys put a whiteboard in the locker room at the end of the fall. And that was kind of their turning point in their eyes of, hey, we're playing like crap in the fall. Bad attitudes, guys getting in trouble, guys doing, not what an ECU baseball player does. And the whiteboard conversation where you guys all met as a team, I guess, kind of changed it. When the spring came along, was there one of those moments where everybody kind of got together? It's like, all right, we need to figure this out. Anything like that? Off the top of your head, at least. There's nothing necessarily to be a moment, but certainly there were conversations had.
I mean, there were conversations, but nothing, unfortunately, came of them. Yeah, I think only
which
later
is important
on.
to talk about too, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think later on,
those last,
of course, we have the last 2 weeks of just great ECU baseball. I think when we went down to Clearwater, we took the guys who wanted to be there and wanted to win, and I think if we had made that connection earlier and kind of had everybody thinking that way, obviously the season goes a different way. But I think when we did have that, final group of guys who just want to win, it was a click.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow, this is a completely different,
it was nature. A new season, it felt like.
Yeah, for sure.
I was about to say, what was the finding the core group of whatever it was? It couldn't have been many because you had the same lineup for like 2 weeks.
I think
it was 27 guys.
We had 26 healthy players.
Yeah.
What were when you find those 26 guys that actually care about being there every single day and actually want to win and aren't thinking about, God, I can't wait till we lose so I can transfer. Or, God, I can't wait till we lose so I can go play summer ball. Like, when you found those guys that still wanted to be there and still wanted to win, and you land in Clearwater, what changed? Because it was not the same team that had been there all year.
I think we just stopped caring about what everybody else thought and just played free.
It's so fascinating because everybody that I've talked to says that. You guys just stopped caring and just played free.
It got to the point where we were like, well, I mean,
what do we have to lose?
Yeah, we have nothing to lose.
Rock bottom. I mean, the only thing we could do is just flip a switch. And I think, you got, when we're in Clearwater, you got guys hanging out in the hotel together. I mean, you
don't really have anywhere else to go.
Yeah, you got like 12 guys in one room, playing cards and hanging out and talking, and I think
running
that
video or 2K tournaments.
And I think having that, like bond towards the end of the year where it's like these are the guys, like this is who we're rocking with, let's just make the most of it.
And then we eliminated literally every distraction we could possibly have.
Pretty much, yeah.
No beach, no pool,
No social media.
no social media,
No shirts off.
no shirts
nothing.
off. Like
Really?
Yeah.
just being with each other for 2 weeks straight.
And I think that's just what it took.
Yeah, it
Was
is.
that ever a struggle early in the year? Like having that kind of discipline and that, honestly, like for lack of a better word, camaraderie, like being able to be with each other every day? Like was that ever, because you guys talk about how much it changed the season when you guys got down there of not doing this, not doing this, not doing this, taking it all seriously and always being with each other. Was that a struggle in the spring?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, from like our freshman year and stuff, like we were together all the time, off
Every
the
day.
field, like hanging out. And I think last year people would hang out on the field and they thought that that was enough.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what it is. Like when you're at the field, like, yeah, you're working. Like you're still with your friends and your teammates having fun, but like the real thing is like hanging out at someone's house, watching TV, watching college football, watching baseball, whatever it is. But I think it was like all right, well, I saw my teammates today, like I'm gonna go home.
It's checking a box. more than
Yeah,
actually
pretty
caring
much.
about it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
instead of, and I mean, this year we've already seen it where it's like guys are like asking you to hang out. They want to go fish, they want to go do stuff, and I've been very pleased with it, with how they're acting.
And as somebody that doesn't talk a lot, as compared to like these two who are very like outgoing and whatever, like was it ever difficult for you to step up and be like the vocal guy at times where like I was see it on TV or see it in the stands of like that's more than I've seen Colby talk ever, and it's in the dugout or like even off the field stuff like that. Was it ever difficult for you, or did it kind of come naturally as time went on of like, all right, now I can kind of like be comfortable with how?
Yeah, freshman year was definitely tough. I didn't want to say anything that was wrong.
Yeah.
But sophomore year, I kind of realized that saying something that's wrong is better than being quiet. Being loud. They say
aggressive mistakes.
Yeah, they say aggressive mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, aggressive mistakes. Yeah, so just kind of trying to show the freshmen that you don't have to be quiet just because you're freshman or not playing. You're worth something whether you're in the dugout or you're on the field.
That's right, and that's important to make it known too because it wasn't always like that.
Yeah,
Even before you guys got here, it really was not always like that. But I think there's a fine line between saying stupid stuff and being what Coach G likes to call it a clown, like the Josh Gross rule. But there's also the flip side of you don't have to be so quiet and so like shy because we're the big bad seniors and we're supposed to be like this, and this is how it's supposed to be. Like you're still, like you said, worth something. Like you're still on the team. Like you don't have to, shy away from it. But I do want to get into the postseason more because that Clearwater run and those, like the moments of glory that you guys had winning the tournament, obviously, and then going down to Coastal and beating the crap out of Florida and giving Coastal, a team that lost in the Natty, a run for their money. But what was talk about the tail end of Clearwater and then into the regional, and what was the kind of team vibe, I guess, going into it all?
I'd say we were pretty high. It was like, I think, like I said earlier, it was a new season, a chance to change the narrative. Now that we were getting down to the wire, house money, as Coach G likes to say, and it just got fun. And then we started off well, I think, in that first game, getting off hot to an early lead, and then keeping it there the rest of the game, and then we just kind of built momentum from that first game.
And in classic ECU fashion, we used like 4 pitchers the entire week.
Yeah, I think it was like 6.
Yeah, but I think, we played Pirate baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, we were going to do anything to win,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how it should have been all year.
It felt like we couldn't lose.
No, yeah, it felt
It's a
like
special feeling,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
It really
And
is.
and that's what it was our freshman year. It was like when we were like, we had like 8 losses and we had like 35 wins, and you're like, we literally can't lose right now. We would go like 7-1 over a course of like 8 games.
That
and
was
you're
like
just
the goal. It was like every
what?
11 go 7-4, 8-3, or something like that. Is what Coach
8-3.
used to say. I
I
think it was
think,
8-3
yeah.
every
Yeah.
11. Then
8-3.
you win 40 games.
Which we didn't talk about that at all last year.
And I think
Which was
that's
interesting, but
That is a
something
good
we
point.
can implement maybe this year, just talking
Yeah.
about, hey, like, and of course it's super early,
yes,
but as we get farther down the road, be like, hey, like, this is how the season works. Like, don't worry about the end of the season. Worry about this,
11 game
games.
stretch.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if he used to say this around you guys or not. I know he used to say it when I was younger, but he said if you're disciplined, this is Coach He said if you're disciplined, conversations become actions, and then actions become things. And I think if you I mean, it's a good point. We used to talk about that every single week. Is like this 11-game stretch. We're 6-1. If we get to 2 more wins, then we have not that we need to, but we have room to slip up.
Yeah.
But
let's
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is interesting that you guys didn't talk about that because that was always like, hey, this is what we need to do to stay on pace to reach our goal.
I think we were just too young and inexperienced to
Have that pressure on you.
have that.
I don't
Which
think
is
they
fair.
would've
We just need to take
understood.
it one at a time.
Yeah.
Where
Which is a good point too.
yeah,
Yeah.
where
for sure.
our freshman year was much more professional.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, once you guys do finish up in Clearwater, you win, and 4 games in a row is a big deal at that point because it's obviously, like you said, your season's on the line. But the week you guys get back, Riley gets his Gold Glove. You go to the party, and you find out you're going to Conway. What was it? Oh yeah, or like, oh no? Not that there's ever
I
no,
think-
but you know what I mean.
I think when we got down to the group of guys who wanted to be there, it was like, all right, like
Whoever.
let's do it. Like
Yeah.
let's go,
We can go to
throw
Chap-
somebody
we can
at
go to
us.
Chapel Hill,
We're
yeah.
gonna go do it. Like,
Yeah.
and I think that was a good thing where nobody was really worried about the names or whatnot. It was like, all right, like give us your best
Mhm.
because we're firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
See, well, what did you think about Florida?
What do you mean?
Well, going into the game, it's like, okay, well, we got potentially a top 5 round draft pick. I mean, whether you like it or not, the logo and the name, it's like, oh, they've been there and done that.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're playing.
Yeah,
You're playing on the
100%.
road in a field you've probably never played at.
Yeah.
What was the first vibe like, and especially the practice going into the first game?
I think everybody was just ready to go, one game at a time. I don't think anybody was scared of
No.
Florida. So I don't think it was in anybody's head, to be honest. I was
Good.
on the team at that moment,
Good.
and I think that's
Yeah.
why we were able to be so successful.
You pitched pretty good.
I did.
Wasn't bad. No. What was
fun.
compared that to your freshman year and the regional? What was? I'm sure you knew how to handle it and you were able to handle your emotions, even though you do the same celly every time. But like, what was like comparatively speaking, that compared to the Evansville game, or that compared to any other big game that you've ever pitched in?
It was the second game of Evansville, and this Florida game were very similar.
Mhm.
I think the feelings I had pregame were like calm, like an ease, which it's very rare to find.
Yeah.
And those are the games that usually you pitch your best in. So that was fun.
Collectively, Coastal on Saturday, the coolest environment you ever played
Oh
in.
my God, that
Yeah, it was awesome.
One of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Just getting to sit in the dugout,
Watching the people sprint into their seats.
my
Oh,
God.
It was
really?
They were
Yes.
sprinting.
Like run.
No
As
way.
soon as the gates
Yeah.
opened.
Was the entrance? So I haven't played there in forever. The entrance is it still in like center field technically, like the gates in the corners where they all just run in and
They
fill out the
they
outfield.
had 2 like behind home plate, right? Like
Yeah.
And then there was like on the side.
because they were
There was,
sprinting
like, a
to
ton
the
of different
outfield.
entrances,
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Because
bet
they're trying
sprinted
to
to
get
the
I
hill.
like World War Z.
Yeah, it was
It
crazy.
was wild.
outfield there. It was sick.
Was it? I've obviously the videos and on TV and stuff, but was it really like 50-50?
Yeah.
Pirate fans?
60-40.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It
I mean,
was.
we
like them.
It was pretty legit.
Oh, them. I
Yeah.
got you.
I was
Okay,
just
I thought you
saying,
said us.
but- we
Ver-
traveled very
I
well.
was gonna say versus Florida and everything. It was a
We
complete home game.
Oh,
No,
my
for
gosh.
sure. Yeah,
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 and
no
it was-
doubt.
That was so cool.
That was amazing. I remember the first game. It was like we're at.
Yeah.
We're at home
right
right
now.
now. Yeah, we're
Purple and gold chance.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, dude, we're at home. Like this is a normal home
Yeah.
game.
It was the
So-
same way when we played Virginia too, because you're going on the road to ACC and you're like, oh, this is going to be brutal, and it was the same thing. So, and I think it's every single year. Like, it really does create an advantage because of the fact that, especially for the young guys that had never been there, I feel like it's a sense of like comfortability. It's like, okay, like we're not getting yelled at and
That's
beers thrown at us,
yeah.
but it's like the fellas are still here and the fans are still here, and I still see like somewhat familiar faces
Yeah.
all around
Mhm.
instead of it all being teal. And especially, I think it's cool that they have the same kind of thing the jungle has, where it's their fans in the outfield, but they're on top of you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Which
I
I
mean,
think
it
was
was
right
right
Wow.
there.
Were they on top?
Yeah, I
of
was
you?
just saying, walking back from the bullpen.
Yeah,
You're getting
Or in the
you're getting an
bullpen
earful
before
for
the
sure.
game.
I'm sure, yeah.
You're getting it for sure.
Warming up in the bullpen, I was just hearing some of the stories from the guys.
I bet. Well, if there's anybody that can take it, Brad Pruitt could.
Yeah.
Anyway, you lose on Saturday, and what is kind of like? Is the team morale down? Is it still like, no, we're going to beat them tomorrow? Like, what was that kind of conversation like on the bus ride back and then going into Sunday?
I would say, I mean, we were pretty down, I would say. We I
Bad shape.
think low key, I thought we were dead in the water.
Really?
Yes.
It was.
And then the whole Florida incident happened, and
I was
then
gonna say,
that woke the Pirates up.
I will say, like, when we were in the hotel in the morning, it was like,
Like
Well, 'cause it
at
was-
breakfast.
we
You
got
kind
a
of
long
lost.
day.
you're just like,
Long
well,
day,
we,
long
dude,
night.
we got
didn't-
back at like 2 a.m.
It was
Wasn't
so.
there was a
it was-
rain delay Saturday, right?
No, they moved
was-
it back an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
but we like talked on the bus a little bit, or something.
Yeah.
and like we were in our hotel rooms, and you still got to shower. You got to go get food,
Treatment.
Yep.
Like,
I got to get my legs worked on.
Get your loops
People got to
in.
get
What
their
time did you go
arms.
to bed?
I think
Like
like
two.
two.
I think
Something.
it was around
Yeah.
2.
Gosh.
Yeah. So then we're in the hotel in the morning, and
you got to wake up in 7 hours.
I was about to say you're getting breakfast,
And you're probably not going to bed because you're sitting in bed thinking about the game.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I mean,
And
you're a
you're-
little bit of like, oh gosh, like what?
Lost that one.
Yeah.
Dropped that one. Had a
And
chance.
then, guys are walking around like zombies in the morning, and
Did you guys have a feel of like this is bad? Like, this
Yeah.
is
it was kind of one of those things where you just look around, you're like, all right, we gotta.
pick up something.
gotta get
Turn the
something
speaker up
got-
as full blast or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
I think we played like on the bus there. Jake was playing like some hard rock.
Yeah,
like
we had
super
you
heavy.
were playing stuff
Like-
that like you can't
like,
sit
you're
there and
like,
listen
what
to
is
it
going
sad.
on?
Yeah.
We're like,
You got to wake up.
yeah,
It's also at like 8:30 in the morning.
That's
You're just
beautiful.
playing.
Yeah. The energy drinks are being cracked all around you.
yeah.
Well, if you guys want it, you don't have to get into the story if you don't want to, but I do think it's a good point though, because from everybody that I've talked to about it off record, like it was like, dude, a switch flipped and it
Yep.
was like, oh my God, we're going to actually beat them by 100 today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We took
I
that
mean,
shit personally.
I was gonna say, yeah, I won't get to like whatever
No,
in
I don't
depth in
yeah,
it,
no, we don't
but
have to.
it was one of those things where it's like if someone were to mess with like your brother or like make fun of your brother, you're like, all right, like
Fine.
you just mess with family
And an adult.
yeah,
Yeah.
you just mess with our family, like
Yeah.
so we took it personally. And I think literally we went to the cages right after it
It's like,
happened.
all right, cool.
Everybody's
Turn the speaker up.
Everybody's-
Yeah,
Turn
no,
the speaker
yelling.
up. Let's
We
go.
were-
Yeah, no,
I'm
we were
pretty
ready to
sure
yell.
like we were like laughing and like joking about it, and then like BP started and like stretch, and everybody was like, all right, like let's go
Yeah.
whoop some tail.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I think because that game, I mean, obviously it was awesome. You guys played well. It got scary towards the end, but Jake shut it down. And going into that night too, it always gets weird because you get super thin on pitching when you lose at all in a regional or you lose at all in a conference tournament. And going into it, was it like we're gonna have to swing it, or is it like we know who we got? It doesn't really matter how anybody feels. We know we're gonna be in this game because we know how hard we've worked to get to this point. Like, what was the kind of team morale going into it? Was it up again after you beating Florida and you're like, all right, we're back? Or is it kind of still on the same level of like, all right, we got a team we just lost to by 10 runs the night before?
I think it was like we got to buckle up. Like, we got to really get gritty here because
Yeah.
playing 2 games in one day.
I would say it was definitely like
Let's
strap
go.
it
Get ready to
on.
ride.
Yeah, strap it on, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, I felt the energy was still high.
Yeah.
Nobody was like, oh gosh, dude, like we don't have anybody, like we got to play this insane game, like, and nobody put extra pressure on themselves.
No.
I
I
it was
think
one
we
of the-
just knew we had to play clean.
yeah, it was
Do everything
We knew we
clean.
could beat them.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, you guys had them the night before for sure. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, Sunday was 1-0. Like it's
Yeah,
you're right there for a team that literally lost in the national championship. But the season ends. Obviously, it's emotional. Guys, you're in the dugout crying, and season's over, whatever. But I feel like after you have time to decompress and move on from it, how important, and in your guys' eyes, one was playing, having hosted and been on the road for regional now, and for those new guys who were freshmen who were important, like Sean or Irby, to experience those moments where, hey, we're not at home, there's fans on top of you, it's a big moment, you got to come to play. And I think collectively both of them did, along with other guys too. But coming into this year, I think, how important was it for those guys to experience those moments where you guys, again, the older crew, but have been in those moments and been in the fight a little bit with those things?
I mean, I think it was huge. I'm pretty sure we talked after the game a little bit, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, I think
or
so.
maybe the next week or whatnot. We kind of talked and just said, hey, like, dude, you got to think about it. I mean, we've been here 2 years and been in 2 regionals.
It's not
Yeah,
bad.
Like,
2 regional
All things
championships.
considered,
Yeah.
but not
I
bad.
mean, like, obviously not the way we wanted to go, but it's like, dude,
Still
like,
went.
Yeah.
we got 2 regionals under our belt, man. Like,
Yeah.
we've been here before now. Like, and you got freshmen who played in a regional. Like,
Mhm.
I didn't get to play in my freshman regional, but
Mhm.
they're going to be sophomores now, and they've already been in a regional and played in it.
I think we had like 4 freshmen in the regional lineups consistently.
Yeah, for sure.
Burris, Irby, AP was playing
in it.
and there was one more.
Even you think about
I mean, Sean pitch.
you think about
I was
Sean
gonna say, you got
pitching,
pitchers
Zayak pitching,
Yeah.
other guys
Yeah.
that,
But
but
it was good having those guys get the experience. And
Yeah.
then it was like, I remember like Austin coming up to me and just like talking to me like, dude, this is so cool.
Mhm.
And I was like, yeah, imagine getting to do it in front of your own.
yeah, that was you
Yeah,
guys. That was you guys
I-
coming up to us.
I was
I was
like,
like,
dude,
dude,
this
this
is
is
the
so
craziest
cool.
thing ever. And this was like the first one I played in, so I was
Yeah.
like, dude, this is what it's like to be on the field.
And I think it is a feeling that you want once you experience it. You want it just as bad for yourself, but you want it a lot more for like the other guys.
Yeah.
Like
Like
I remember
Riley and
when
Jake.
me and Clonch this was going into our junior year, and we were so upset that we didn't get to host that year because Tyler Brott, we were like this with him, and we did not get him to experience it. And you want it for the super seniors.
Yep.
Mm.
And now that you guys have done it both on the road and at home, it's like we want everybody in this room to understand what the feeling is like when you're on the mound in front of 10,000 people in the
Yeah.
biggest game of your life, loud, and then even sometimes where it's super quiet as you're about to like
The,
obviously make a play
between
and
the
stuff.
purple gold chant.
And it's
that-
Yeah,
Larry
that
silence.
quick second between
Oh.
the chants.
It's like
It's-
ears.
it is very hard to replicate, and it really only happens one time a year,
Yep.
and it's always in June. And it's like
Yep.
if you guys want to get to that point and feel what it's like, you got to put a resume together. And I
Mhm.
think it's something that obviously it's earned in the fall and stuff. But going into this fall, now that you guys are only into indie stuff, but going into team practice and scrimmages and stuff, is there anything off the top of your head that you've seen a team that has not, I don't want to say ran the table, but done well enough to be a national seed, and then you've seen a team that has struggled but done it in the end when it matters to get to where you want to go? What is kind of the message as leaders going into fall practice, especially when you guys start doing it as a team with so many new guys again?
I mean, we always start with preaching the details, of course. I think this group's much more professional than we were last year.
Mhm.
Going about our business in the right way, and not really. I've already talked to AK about it. He feels really good about like just the way we're going about our work day to day, and so that's just a good sign
Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Staying consistent,
Yeah.
showing up every day. Because I mean, we'd have a good practice.
Yeah,
We'd have good things said about us, and then it would just be a completely different team the next day.
Yeah.
But I think the hitters have done a good job. Showing up every day, wanting to be at the field, like they're in the position to play baseball every day. So
I feel like hitters are there all the time.
yeah, we
Yeah.
got hitters there
Well,
all the time.
Yeah. I don't think there's a day where there's not somebody in.
Which is good,
In the
dude. That's
indoor.
important.
Yeah.
After
That's important.
practice,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it's
The
crazy.
desire has to be there, and it's good that you guys have actually, and I feel like you've behooved that on these guys too. It's like, hey, you can't just show, like you kind of saying earlier, where it's like, even with the off the field stuff, it's like you can't just check a box and be like, well, I went to practice today, showed face, just kind of went about it
Saw
and
my
went home.
teammates,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Yeah, like
You
we
need
had 3 infielders taking ground balls today
On
because
all
they
day.
wanted to,
Yeah.
not because they
exactly.
had to.
I mean,
Yeah.
you got pens
Yep.
all day today, and then guys, even after the Chris Howe thing, going and hitting again, even after they hit already before the meeting.
Yeah.
So
And again, it's early. It's still
Yeah,
September, so
and-
they're not like burnt out of
Yeah.
being at the field for
For
8
sure.
hours a day yet.
Yeah.
But still, the fact that the desire's there this early is
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
This episode is brought to you by Young's Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. It is the only clinic in Greenville that you should be going to for your PT and training needs. They specialize in physical therapy for athletes in the active population, and their PTs are sports-specific and know how to treat any injury. They also have private, semi-private, and team training for workout classes or conditioning. And they are all highly trained professionals who collaborate and utilize a team approach in an elite 9,300 square foot facility. Thank you to Kevin and Jennifer for supporting the show and being the official physical therapy provider for ECU Athletics. They are amazing in the community, and hearing Kevin's testimony on the show just a while ago shows that they're good, God-loving people, and they are here for you guys to work together to make you stronger. Thank you, Kevin and Jennifer Youngs, for supporting the show. Another big thank you to Randy and Mary Ellen Cole. They are 2 people that bleed purple and gold and love ECU Athletics and supporting athletes. I truly appreciate you guys for supporting the show and everything that you do and being a big part of what ECU Athletics and ECU Baseball has going forward in terms of NIL, fan support, and being at every game and supporting us whether we win or lose. If you guys get a chance to see Mary Ellen or Randy out in the community, please be sure to give them a big shout out for supporting the show and, of course, ECU Athletics. Thank you, guys. This episode is also brought to you by my guy, Brandon Manning. From his days as a Pitt Community College Bulldog to his years at ECU, Brandon Manning bleeds purple and gold in anything local sports. Born and raised in Pitt County and your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in Winterville, Brandon can set you up with auto, home, life, and health insurance by calling him at 252-531-1812. That's 252-531-1812. Thank you, Brandon, for supporting the show and being an avid ECU baseball supporter. Your fandom does not go unnoticed, and we are super glad that you are a Pirate and so grateful for everything you do in the community, helping the kids how to learn to play the game the right way. Shout out to you, Brandon Manning, for supporting the show. Appreciate you, man. This episode is also brought to you by Tiebreakers. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town. They also offer sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. You can follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers is in Greenville at Bells Fork on Greenville Boulevard and in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street. Thank you, Braham and Tracy Anderson, for supporting the show. Really appreciate you guys. Tiebreakers has always been a great spot that a lot of the guys, when I played, would go hang out and eat at. The service was always top-notch. The food was always great, and there are always sports on. So shout out to you guys for being supporters of local and ECU athletics. And, of course, thanks for sponsoring the show. Appreciate you guys. All right, well, thank you guys. I'm going to ask you, like, a couple – I do this with everybody, like a couple, like, first thing that pops in your head questions. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like you already answered this. It was the best road experience. I'm assuming you're going to say Coastal.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
What is the best road stadium you've ever been to?
Coastal specific.
All things
I mean,
considered, we're talking
minor league
we're
stuff?
talking hotel,
Ooh.
field,
Ooh.
locker room, food, travel. If it's shorter, if it's long.
I mean,
the entire.
I enjoyed
experience.
Charlotte.
Well, I was gonna say
I enjoyed staying in Charlotte.
We played in Charlotte. I don't
The
remember
Knight
what that
Stadium.
field
We played
was
at the
called.
Knight Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
the
place
Stadium
was
on Friday.
yeah, that's
It
it.
felt like Gotham City.
That was the
dude.
coolest
Yeah.
skyline I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was. I'd say Charlotte.
Did you guys ever played at Truce before?
No.
Well, I guess
Mm.
no. That was 2 years. That was a year before you got here.
D-Bap's fun, too, playing.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I don't like to go, but Charlotte's cool just because like you step behind or you step in the box or you're catching or you're pitching and it
It's
like
like-
the towers don't. It doesn't. It feels
Yeah.
like AI.
It doesn't
feel
look
real.
No,
real.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Because
catching.
it's so tall.
Yeah.
It's like that doesn't.
I'm
even
like
wore
work.
catching,
black, too,
and
bro.
I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is insane.
Yeah. Because you pitch good there, right? Okay. Who is the hardest hitter and pitcher that you guys have ever faced? And it could be here, and don't say Trey because that's a cop out.
2 for 2.
I'll be sure to tell him that. Who's the hardest pitcher and hardest hitter you guys have ever faced? And it could be on your team if you'd like, but I feel like Trey and Carter's a cop out because it's Trey and Carter. And I
Give me a
know I'm
second.
putting you on the spot. You just gotta
Oh.
think.
I
Like a
got-
guy,
I
you're
guess
going
I
into a
got one.
series and you got a reliever, and it's like this guy again.
We're going in ECU.
Sure.
Whoever was throwing the cutters from Wichita State, he was throwing 92-mile-an-hour cutters, but it looked like 98.
Like
I don't-
these guys or these guys?
No, like these guys.
Oh yeah, good
Yeah.
luck. Yeah, good luck.
I
Especially as
don't-
a lefty. If
I
you're a
don't
lefty.
remember who
Wichita
that
did
was.
have some really good pitchers.
Yeah, some good relievers.
They always do though.
They had a
They
kid throwing
always
a,
do.
They had a kid throwing 100
Yeah.
on a
They
low
did.
board.
And they had
too.
a guy that was up to 40 appearances last year, or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Um,
Did you? Which guy?
Probably Todd Clay.
that dude was nasty.
The UAB third baseman. He went like 450 feet off me.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
good.
boy.
What about
Yeah.
hitting wise? Who?
Todd Clay. What a name. What a name.
That's his name, right? Isn't it
Yeah,
Todd Clay?
yeah.
Like pitchers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my thing is like if you are like in the midst of a weekend series and it's Sunday and you see this guy try out of the bullpen, it's like not again. Are you serious? Is there anybody? He could be a starter too. If it's Trey,
I know
it's
there
not
are,
Trey.
but I just
No,
can't
not
really,
really.
yeah, I can't really think of it.
What do you got?
On our team, like just because lefties stick out to me, like I'm good against lefties. Like that's kind of my niche. So Dixon was always a struggle.
Mhm.
I don't know why, but Dixon owned me low key.
You gotta say boo, right, dude?
I mean, yeah, boo a little bit, but
A little bit.
yeah,
Yeah, a little bit.
And then that freshman from
Why do you
Florida was
how do
good.
you make that face a little bit? Is he like is it bad?
It's
like
gotten
slugging
better,
$1 billion
okay?
off of him?
Hey,
Yeah, he owns it.
No, bro. Okay, yeah, but like it's gotten better. Okay, it's gotten
Better.
better.
Got better.
Yeah.
What about not at ECU?
I was the first baseman from Florida. He was really good, Brendan Lawson.
Okay. Did you play with him in USA or no?
No.
No. Okay.
I go on Jackson Ferris.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Guy's a good player.
Yeah,
That's what I've heard.
yeah.
He's nasty.
Good stuff.
Was there a favorite game that you've gotten the chance to watch or be in that? Again, Burns you Savage is a cop out because
Oh,
it's like
that's-
obviously
I
that
was
was
gonna say,
sick.
That was
That's
the
like-
coolest game I've
that's-
ever seen.
Like the coolest game you've ever seen in person, no doubt. I don't even think it's close.
Man, I wasn't even dressed out. and
I
was like, this is-
I was in the bullpen. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was.
like just special.
It was
but
so cool.
like an outside of the box one, or maybe not even outside of the box, just second best to that one, of one that's in the top of your head. Of like it could be the 1-0 game, it could be some random Saturday game against UAB where you whatever it is, like just games like that where it was like wow, that was really fun to be a part of.
Star Cycle.
Oh
Star
yeah,
Cycle was
that-
sick.
Yeah. That was
not
pretty
for you
sweet.
though.
No,
Yeah.
but we won the game. I don't
Yeah.
care. I'll give up 3 home runs back to back to back again if we win. I don't
That
care.
was the fastest I've ever gotten hot in my career. Hey,
I'm sitting there and I was just like,
Oh, there
First-
go-
yeah.
It was the same spot. Same
Yeah.
spot. All three. Yeah.
first pitch, or Dan gives with the bomb. Hey, Norby, just get your body moving. Next one, get hot. You're in the game.
I'm not kidding. It was within the span of like 5 pitches,
Yeah.
too. It was
Yeah.
curveball, homer, changeup, AMAC, homer, and then I think it was ball, homer.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. It's all right, though. Live to tell the
Those
tale
are cool games, though. Those
Live to
state
tell the
games
tale.
are always fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. What would you guys have on the Carolina games this year?
Had a different feel. I mean,
Not the same, or
it was not the same.
It-
I think
It didn't feel like
I thought the
Well,
DBAP game
for-
was
it didn't-
great.
the D-back game
T-Bag
was
game was
good.
sweet. And, I mean,
You versus the car was awesome.
yeah, that was
That was
fun.
pretty cool.
I hate that. One thing that sucks about Carolina games that I'm nitpicking just because it's what I do. The only thing that I hate is that it's so early in the year that you guys aren't really like built up
Yes,
to go more than 5.
yes.
So I would have loved to see you guys go like 8 shutout each. Like that would have been special. But again, nitpicking.
I think this
Yeah.
year it's gonna be a little cooler.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it got moved back this year.
Yeah, it was what Saturday, Sunday,
Yeah,
Monday.
yeah.
What's it
that's
now?
tough too.
What?
It got moved back this year?
No, I'm saying
Yeah,
it'll be, and I'm
this-
sure
this
it'll be
year
Friday,
'cause of-
Saturday, Sunday.
Because of the snow.
It snowed.
Yeah,
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
played the Monday game at
Field.
home.
Like I would have loved to pitch here on Friday night. Like that.
Yeah, that sucked.
Would have loved that one.
Pitch scrimmaging in the snow.
I
Yeah.
have to
That
go
was crazy.
freaking there on Friday.
There wouldn't have been. I feel like in Carolina, there's not really a bad place to pitch though. Like,
No.
you get to pitch on the road and shove it. You get to pitch it in Cool Park where you get to pitch it home. It's what it is. Is there like a? And again, this is putting you on the spot. Is there one moment that you look back on that's like that is the funniest moment of the year where somebody does something dumb at a scrimmage or somebody does something dumb in a game? Like, I'm trying to think of one that I could give you guys an example of. Bad radio, bad podcasting. Trying to think.
Funny from last
Yeah.
year.
I thought the ball going in Boucher's jersey was pretty funny. Crazy. He fielded
Yeah,
the
he
ground
fi-
ball
Oh,
and
and
it went to
in
his
his
jersey.
Yeah, classic. Trying to
Or, like,
think.
D-Lil falling in warm-ups.
Or like for example, when
Yeah, wait. What was that one again?
He just like fell in the outfield.
Yeah,
Like, filling
just
the ball.
ate it.
the year before you guys got here when JC fouled a ball off his nuts.
Oh,
And had to go to the
yeah.
hospital.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not funny, but like it's kind
That
of
was
funny.
crazy.
I can't think of any.
No, it's the top of your head. Nothing. Boucher.
Sure.
All right, that's fine. Put you guys on the spot. Last thing, what you guys got on ECU football? 1-on-1 so far. Anything? Been watching?
I think
A little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
would have loved to win that first game.
Yeah, that was
But,
nice for sure.
Number 10. What's his name?
Spalding,
Spalding.
Yeah. He went crazy against State.
good player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing really well right now. So is Caton too. I like the offense. The
Yeah.
offense is moving the ball well. I mean, it's Campbell.
I mean,
still.
Yeah.
They look good.
Yeah,
I
that's-
thought they looked good.
Did you guys watch on Saturday? Did you?
Yeah.
You didn't.
Mhm.
You didn't go to the game, did you? Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was there.
Are you guys gonna try to go to the BYU game? 7:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We'll be there.
Nice.
I'm
Cool.
excited to watch this weekend against Coastal. I feel like that's more of a true test.
Yeah, especially on the road too.
Yeah.
Jared, are they still doing free concessions?
I was going to say, is that still happening?
Hey,
No, so
that works. Not free beer though. It's too bad. Too bad for Pirate fans at least. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, thanks you guys for coming on. Seriously, it was a good little chat, but I think it was important to give everybody a baseball, I guess, preview going into the fall season, so they can come watch you guys scrimmage and stuff and get to know some names and and see what the Pirates can do this year. But thank you guys for coming on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, that was Colby Wallace, Walker Barron, and Ethan Norby. Thank you guys for watching. Again, really good episode, clean little 45, 50-minute episode. They took a lot of time out of their day with practice and stuff and being a college kid, so very grateful for them for doing that. But again, some cool stories to tell from last year and heading into this year with some of the new players and what their take is on how they're going to kind of be leaders towards those guys going into this season. But looking forward to watching them compete this fall and into the spring too with these guys. So love them, care about them. Thank you for coming on. But hope you guys enjoyed this one. Be on the lookout for the last episode of this season. But yeah, go Pirates.